This video is July 2021 Patrons Pick. If you're interested in voting for August, head on over to Patreon right now where you can vote at a link in the description.
Kaiju, turtles, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey there, collectors. It is Steven here, and welcome to another Talks video. I guess that's what we might go ahead and call this one. And this one is just a video that I've had in mind for a little bit, but I just never knew, I guess, when to do it, except for since it was voted on, we'll go ahead and do it now. And this is just kind of talking about why I started up the channel in the first place, and then maybe just a little bit of a discussion about kind of where we're at now. So, way back in the day, we're coming up on pretty much a decade since I started collecting. So it's been a while. Way back when, taking a look at the action figure collecting landscape, things, well, we're just a little bit different on the internet back then. Back then, what first caught my eye was the SH Monster Arts line, this figure in particular, and I wanted to do a whole bunch of different fun displays with this. And ultimately, that unfortunately didn't really pan out in the way that I wanted it to, but there were a few fun attempts, which were very cool. But what that ultimately evolved into is me collecting different stuff. And in me looking to see, what worked, what didn't work, what do? You look for reviews. Now, in some of the reviews back then, obviously not everyone could afford a nice fancy camcorder or even a DSLR, so this way they could take nice video. A lot of folks had just simple point and click cameras they used for video and whatnot, but a lot of the video not necessarily coming from the actual quality of, I guess, if it's going to be 240, 360, whatever. That quality aside, I felt that there was a lot to be desired, because a lot of the times the videos were just simply leaving the figure off screen for a period of time, building it up, slowly bringing it in, leaving it at about that far away, so about an arm's length away or half an arm's length away from the camera, talking about the details, how good it looks, and then doing weird things for size comparison, at least for some of the figures that I was looking at. And then taking a look at some of the other, outside of the, let's just say specifically kaiju realm, a few of the other reviews, they were rather, I guess you might say, quick, fast-paced, just talking about, here's a hand, okay, move on to the next subject. So there was a lot of stuff that I felt was out there that was kind of either minimizing certain aspects or not really explaining, because it's very difficult to say that the figure has good paint on the spines when it's all the way back here. You can't say that. However, if you do this, and you were to say, Godzilla's dorsal plate paint application is very nice. It starts off with the charcoal gray we're used to for Godzilla and then transitions up to a nice faded blue. That's a little bit different. And that's what I felt was missing. Now, likewise, a lot of folks would just say, this figure comes with extra hands. Okay, well, here's the thing. If you just say Mewtwo comes with extra hands, what does the joint look like, right? Because if this is going to be my first action figure, I have no idea what the joint looked like. So, at that time, and closer to the end of 2013, I had this phone here. Well, it wasn't exactly this. This was actually a replacement for that phone, and this one, it was, I forget what it's called, upscaling or whatever, to 1080p. And I had Windows Movie Maker. So this figure was the first one that I reviewed, and I felt that I knew what was missing in at least what I saw different action figure reviews, and I had the at least somewhat capability to put together something that was coherent and put reviews out there, so this way folks who are looking to maybe pick something up, they would be able to see what things actually looked like up close and personal instead of this far away, critiquing it, seeing what could be done better, and then just actually showing you what things look like when you have them on the shelf or actually put them in fun action poses. So that's kind of where the first big part came in for me wanting to do figure reviews. Now at that time as well, my YouTube channel, actually this one, was my personal one from way back in the day when YouTube actually first really started. So since it was the first one, I had older videos that I had uploaded, and since it was my personal channel, I uploaded other videos, went dormant for a period of time, and during that time, I had actually amassed so many views that I was, I guess, not necessarily grandfathered in, but I was rolled into the YouTube Partner Program once Google bought YouTube, and I was in it. So at that time, hey, I'm in college, I need a little bit of extra income, so even if it would maybe be 1 or 2 extra figures a year, it's not something that's hidden. Ads roll on my videos. Hey, if it helps support the hobby a little bit, why not go ahead and do that? And it ultimately did. So here I am today. Things have evolved over time. I absolutely do listen to feedback, and here's where I am. So do I use this one anymore? No, I don't. And things have really changed. So for an example, I used to never show the instructions in my unboxing videos. Someone had commented they wanted to see the Peter Jackson Kong's instructions, the SH Monster Arts, and I emailed it to them. So if you want to see something that's changed in a video moving forward, you can comment that. I'm absolutely open to feedback. So that's kind of where I'm at today. That's kind of where the channel started. It's a kind of an elaborate explanation, and I kind of just want to say kind of one more time. Count how many times I said kind of, except for that last time in the comments below, so this way I know that you actually watched. And that's where my head is at. So what does the next few months, years look like? Don't know, can't say, but I have to say that I am indeed having fun, and it's nice to kind of go back to this trip down memory lane. I do have some other videos that I have planned, sort of talking about my philosophy when it comes to reviewing stuff, such as why I would rather use this Coke can instead of a ruler when talking about sizing of figures. I'll go into that a little bit. I already talked about it on my Twitter. So I think that's about good enough for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to all the patrons in July who did vote on this. As usual, here is the end card to thank you for your support. We're heading on into August. If you're interested in joining up, the patrons pick for this month, the poll is already up. Have some good selections, please head on over to vote. And as always, here's the end card, so this way you can check out some other things, maybe click subscribe, it'd be really appreciated, and to check out some other videos. So thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.